Welcome to the Marin Center Exhibit Hall in San Rafael, California, where reigning Northwest and Southwest United States Junior Welterweight Champion Paul Nave will attempt to capture a third title in his match tonight against Jose Luis Madrid of Puebla, Mexico. They will be fighting for the vacant World Boxing Board Pentacontinental Welterweight Championship in a 12-round bout tonight. My name is Peter W. Howes, and I'm here with Steve Delaney.
Hello, Peter.
I was raised by too much television watching money on my mind. Tripping bank. Ain't nothing but I live this.
Well, we should go to the ring announcer here shortly, Steve, for the introduction of the fight contestants tonight.
This is very important, and here's the announcer right now.
This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the World Boxing Board Pentacontinental Welterweight Championship. Representing the World Boxing Board is Mr. Thomas Hogan. Supervising the bout, Julian Trezek of Wales and Zaka Kanidanda of Zaire. Your judges are Dave Nelson, Marshall Walker, and Jack Shayberries. Your timekeeper and counting for the countdown is Marlene Swallow. When the bell rings, the man in charge of this 12-round championship bout is Mr. Marty Salmon.
What? Yeah.
First, fighting down the ring corner.
For Nave or something like that, you know.
135 pounds. His professional record consists of 19 wins, 14 defeats, 1 draw, 16 of those victories coming by the knockout route. He is wearing the white trunk with the blue trim and hails from Puebla, Mexico. Rated number 8 in the world by the WBF. Please give a warm California welcome to Jose Luis, Mr. Fish Madrid. Ladies and gentlemen, fighting on the blue corner. Tip the scales on a fit, trim, and ready to go, 142 pounds even. His professional record consists of 11 wins with only 6 defeats, 1 draw, 6 of those victories coming by their knockout route. He is wearing the red and white trunks and hails from San Rafael, California. He is the current Southwest and Northwest United States Boxing Association Super Lightweight Champion. Please welcome your very own, the Marin County Assassin,
Well, Steve, this should be quite a contest tonight. Just to set the stage for what's upcoming here, we've got a couple of quotes from both the fighters. I want to let you know that Madrid was quoted as saying that he's fought the likes of Jaime Garza and Tracy Harris Patterson, and Nave shouldn't be any problem for me tonight, and I'm going to knock him out. That's his position on this fight. And Paul, on the other hand, has said that he thinks Madrid's style is made to order for him and guarantees you the leather will be flying. And he saw him make a lot of mistakes in a recent US TV fight earlier this year, and plans to capitalize on these and hopes to knock him out if, in fact, he makes the same kind of mistakes he did there. So this should be the stage well set for an interesting contest.
Well, Peter, Paul Nave is really hungry to win this fight because this will obviously put him 8th in the world. So this would look good on his record, on his resume, I should say, and really make it for this fighter's career.
Agreed. Madrid is actually currently, Steve, ranked 8th in the world, and should Nave take this, this would put him in the most probably in the top 10 in the world and give him a chance to fight for a world title down the road. That would be the normal scheme of events, I would suspect, just to clarify that point. How does, what do we got here? It looks like they're feeling each other out.
Feeling each other out. They're just dancing around and keeping each other's distance, doing a little jazz. Paul Nave seems to be scoring a little bit. with these jabs.
Looks like we got, overhand right.
There's Paul Nave.
Got him up against the ropes.
Against the ropes.
Nice overhand right there by Paul Nave.
Nice start to the fight. The crowd is definitely behind him. The ref breaks it up. Paul misses with that right. Madrid seems to have the reach, so Paul really has to get in there and score with these short jabs and get in and get out. I think that might be an advantage because sometimes the long reach can throw a fighter off balance.
Well, certainly a long reach is an advantage from the jab perspective. You can keep somebody off for a day.
Paul's coming inside. Madrid's complaining of a headbutt, but I didn't see one there. We'll have to take a look at that later. There's a jab by Madrid. Paul's going low to the body. Combination misses. Left hook by Nave.
Nice overhead right.
Nice right.
Madrid did roll with it somewhat, but it was still there.
Nave seems to be scoring with these jabs.
Nice jab by Nave. Oh, Madrid gets, looks like he got a left in there.
Paul Nave's going to the body. Nice exchange by Madrid. Here comes Paul.
Gets
Good
in there with
left.
a nice left to the chin, right on the button. We've got about 10 seconds left in the round.
And there's the bell.
Steve, maybe we can see some replays from the highlights of that last round.
Madrid was complaining of a headbutt there. That's the only butt I've seen in the first round.
So here we have a replay from the first round with Nave has Madrid up against the ropes. Madrid hangs on and clutches and forces his way out of the situation.
We go in slow motion. Paul misses with the right.
An uppercut.
Uppercut. Seems to score with the left. Scores with the left.
Very
misses
nice left.
with the right.
Well, by the looks of this one clip here, Madrid's prediction of a knockout doesn't look very promising, but of course it's very early in the fight yet.
Nave does seem to be the aggressor.
Nave defeated Jose Luis Limones last December for the Northwest United States title, Steve, scoring a 12-round unanimous decision. That's of particular interest. We know that if he has to go the distance, if all these knockout predictions don't come true, that Paul can definitely go the distance and has done so quite a few times previously.
Yes.
As a main event fighter.
Nave is scoring with these short jabs. He's keeping Madrid at bay. Madrid comes in, misses. Scores with that.
I'm just going to throw in a little bit of information between round commentary here. Last May, Nave defeated Jose Herrera for the Southwest United States title.
Madrid just threw a low one there. I don't know if that...
oh, look at that left hook, and look at that bolo punch, Steve. Up against the ropes again.
It seems like that low blow kind of upset Nave, and Nave's seeking some revenge for that.
Look at this exchange.
Nave is
They're getting their money's
well
worth tonight at the Marin Civic Auditorium.
Yes, they are.
Looked like that last punch, Steve, came all the way from downtown San Francisco. And there's another one to the face.
Nave does seem to be connecting with good, crisp punches. The jabs are scoring. He's missed with a few of the rights, but the rights that have gotten in have shooken Madrid.
Madrid seems to be the aggressor at the moment, moving Nave back little by little. Nave became the first super lightweight champion to unify the Northwest and Southwest titles here in California, which was an accomplishment.
A lot of air punches going. Nave's jabbing, keeping Madrid at bay. Madrid comes in. Doesn't seem to be scoring.
Nice left.
Nice left by Nave.
Well, Madrid has Nave on the ropes. Oh,
nice
another low blow there.
And
they're
the ref
toe to
didn't see
toe.
that one.
Nice overhand right. I think he stunned Madrid.
Yes, he did. He's got him against the
He's got him
ropes.
against the ropes.
Madrid is in trouble.
Madrid is in trouble right now, Steve.
Nave needs to take his time and aim and just nail him, and he will put
There's
him out.
another
There's
low blow,
low
for God's
blow. That's 3 I've counted so far.
Steve, this low blow situation is getting a little bit out of hand. I'm surprised the ref hasn't taken some action on that. And that's the end of round 2.
Let's take a look at some of the action in round 2. There's one low blow. Here we go in slow motion. There's a good left by Paul Nave. Madrid comes around and boom. Ouch. That's all I can say. Good left by
Now,
Nave.
did you see the ropes there, Steve? It looks like the ropes held Madrid up in that case. He was in real trouble there. Had the ropes not been there, I believe Madrid would have been down for a standing 8 count.
The ropes holding somebody up is considered a knockdown if they're leaning against the ropes. He looked like he was going down.
Had the ropes not been there, technically, I'd say he would have been down.
Good left by Paul Nave.
A little bit high. It wasn't right on the button, but it sure got to hurt.
It shook him. It shook Madrid.
Looks like we got the start of round 3 here. Steve, just to give credit where credit's due, Madrid scored a sensational knockout victory over former world champion Jaime Garza last year, which was voted Fight of the Year by the State Athletic Commission. And Garza at that time had a record of 48 wins and 5 losses and 44 knockouts at the time of the fight. Of course, Madrid, as you've said, is currently ranked 8th in the world.
Nice left by Paul Nave.
Point being that Paul is certainly not in against any slouch tonight. He's got his work cut out for him.
The ref warns Madrid to keep his punches up, and it's about time.
Well, isn't that nice? It's about time. That's got to take its toll. I've counted no less than 4 or 5 low blows up to this point, Steve.
That is
Nice left.
That is one way of wearing down your opponent. Just keep hitting him below the belt, and definitely that will take him down.
If you can get away with it, I guess.
If you can get away with it. But usually there should have been a disqualification with that many low blows.
You know, I'm going to ask that our rules expert, Sasha Branscombe, bring us some technical information on the low blow rules here. You might want to understand what results that could have in this fight. This keeps up.
Paul Nave just rocked Madrid with the left. Madrid comes back. Doesn't seem to be. That's another low blow.
Well, that was close.
Doesn't seem to be scoring
Good
as much as
exchange.
Paul Nave is in these rounds.
Although he does seem to be the aggressor. What do we have here? Another low blow.
Another low blow.
Oh, thank you, Sasha. I've got some information here on this. Steve, according to the State Athletic Commission, anything below the hip line is considered a low blow. In the old days, you know, this used to get around the old trick of pulling the trunks up high. Let's go back to the ringside action here. We got quite a bit of action at the moment.
Nice exchange by Madrid.
Paul.
Ref breaks it up.
All backing up. Madrid the aggressor at the moment.
Still going low.
All on the ropes.
Nave covering up.
All on the ropes.
Madrid going low.
That was a low blow, Steve.
Yes.
Another low blow.
Another low blow.
I've counted 8 up to this point. Nice exchange in on the ropes. Toe-to-toe action.
Yes, that was a good
Now
right
what's
by
this?
Paul Nave.
Madrid's complaining of something. What's going on, Steve?
Madrid's complaining of another headbutt. I didn't see it. Maybe we can take a look at it.
Okay, here's a replay of the that last action. Does anybody see a headbutt? Looks like an overhand right.
That looked like a good exchange.
Then we got a left.
By Nave. Madrid goes low again. Nave. Madrid goes with his left. Nave covers up. Madrid goes low. Nave's covering up. Madrid misses. Good shot to the body. Good left to the head.
Great
and
exchange.
a good, clean right to the head.
That was some of the best action of the fight until it was stopped by this headbutt suggestion. Here we have another angle on it, Steve. See if we can see a headbutt. We can see a low blow. Good toe-to-toe action by these two fighters.
And you can see that those low blows are really upsetting Nave.
I think Paul, fortunately, already has been married and had a beautiful little daughter, so at least that's not going to put him completely out of action.
At least after his boxing career, he can have a good career in opera with fights like this. And
you mean he would be like the former Castratos were in old Italy, Steve?
yes.
Keep those voices high? I don't think Paul had plans to be a castrado. Well, here we go for
Looks
back
like
into the
Madrid
action.
is cut.
And that's the end of the fight. Excuse me, the end of the round. End of round 3.
Madrid is cut above his left eye. Let's look at these low blows. There's
Oh,
one.
for God's 1.
Nave is complaining. There's a 2.
Oh,
Three.
God, my God.
That one there, I'm surprised Paul
He
could
put all
walk
the
after
weight of
that
all
one.
of his boxing experience
there's
behind that
4.
low blow right there,
There's
Steve.
4, and not only did he hit him in the front, he also went for the back. I don't see why the ref doesn't warn him more and take a point away from these low blows. These are intentional. You know, I could see 1 or 2 during the fight, but as many low blows as Nave has taken, there should be a deduction of a point.
Yes. Steve, Sasha brought us some information here on the low blow issue, and again, according to the State Athletic Commission, anything below the hip line is considered a low blow. And this gets around the old trick of pulling the trunks up way high. So anything below the hip, and I think we've seen unquestionably multiple blows below the hip line. And another point brought to our attention is when heavyweight Angelo Galati fought Riddick Bowe for the heavyweight championship. He
Good
was
exchange by Paul Nave. Excuse me.
You
Peter.
bet. He was disqualified for repetitive low blows. So there is a precedence. If this keeps up, it would not be inappropriate for this fighter to be, he should be warned once, warned twice, and then after that, points taken away, and after that, disqualified.
Yes. Nave is scoring in this round. And Madrid still is aiming low. And the ref keeps warning Madrid to keep him up. Nave is jabbing, setting him up, misses with that right. Madrid goes low. Nave jabs him with the left. Madrid goes low again. Madrid is missing. Nave is working the body, coming up to the head. Madrid is up against the ropes. Good exchange by
Well,
Paul
both
Nave.
these fighters have just settled down to some real toe-to-toe action here.
Yes, something has upset them, and I can see why Paul Nave would be upset. Madrid is still going low. His arms are dropping. He just can't keep these punches up. And
Oh, we
Nave is
have another
complaining of another low blow.
Oh, for God's sakes, this is getting ridiculous.
Let's take a look at it. There.
Oh, God. Steve, as much as I'm enjoying this
Let's see this in slow motion.
this good fight here,
It's a good right
look
by
at that
Nave,
fight by Paul, followed by a
good
right by
Madrid.
sorry to laugh, but that's gotta hurt.
Yeah,
That's not right.
It looks it.
Now, of course, the guys these days wear some big pads, but that still is not going to stop the impact of these professional fighters who hit with significant impact.
I know that a few of those low blows, if it had happened to me, I would have saw God.
Or Buddha, or Muhammad, or Moses, or whoever.
Or whoever. This is getting ridiculous. This ref needs to pay more attention to Madrid's low shots.
Well, again, I'm enjoying the contest, the fight itself, but at some point they've got to, I mean, this is ridiculous. Riddick Bowe's fight would have been stopped by now with disqualification for Gelati for all the low blows.
Nave seems to be aiming for that left eye of Madrid that seems to be open.
Now, what would be the advantage of that, Steve, to want to exacerbate an injury that already exists on somebody's eye?
To make it bleed, the blood would flow into the eye of Madrid and blind him, which would make it an easier shot for Nave to land punches.
I know it sounds kind of brutal, but that's the fighting's a tough game. You better do what you got to do to win.
It's the strategy of the sport. Nave seems to be rocking Madrid in more than one exchange.
Some exceptional infighting here.
Nave is
Look at
Nave
this.
is looking
This action.
like a professional.
There's the end of round 4. We call up some fight action from that round.
Yeah, let's take some replays.
Again, Steve, like you said, this is the only butt I've seen in the match. Haven't seen any headbutts.
And nobody's complaining of this one. There's an exchange.
Very exceptional exchange. Looks like
And Madrid's going low. Good jab by Nave with the right. Madrid going low.
Nave has developed into such a refined boxer. I remember the old days he used to fight like Rocky Marciano and just run in. There's one way to win, but a tough way to do it. You take as much as you give, and at the end of the day, you see who's still standing. This here, you see the strength of a fighter like that complemented, coupled with the refined skills of experience.
Well, Nave, being from an Italian descent, fights like the old timers.
Just the way you do, Steve, as a fellow Italiano.
Yes, except not anymore.
And it looks like we've lost a mouthpiece here, so there'll be a brief break in the action. Paul, the Marin County Assassin, and for the Latin audience, Asesino de Marin. Es muy peligroso. Con cuidado, amigos.
Madrid is still going low. And Nave seems to be getting a little gun shy from those low blows. And I must admit, I would be too. He seems to be dancing away from Madrid and coming in with some clean shots, and Madrid goes low again there.
Such humility, Steve. I always knew you to be completely fearless. I remember, ladies and gentlemen, when I once asked Steve if he was afraid of dying, and he said, no more than I was to be born.
Except...
What changed your mind?
Unfortunately, we all age, Peter. Madrid seems to be throwing punches but not connecting. Nave is connecting. Still dancing away from Madrid, covering up, covering low.
Steve, I've gotten some information from our rules expert, Sasha Branscombe, here with respect to the headbutt issue that has presented itself, reared its ugly head in this match tonight. And per the State Athletic Commission...
Oh, and we have a knockdown. I didn't see a punch that could have knocked it down.
I think it was a push down, but...
I think Nave's just sick of being hit below the belt and might have just pushed him down.
Maybe we'll see that in the replay. Clarify that. Per the State Athletic Commission, should the fight be stopped by the doctor for an unintentional headbutt and before 3 complete rounds, the result is a technical draw. Once the 4th round starts, which in fact has happened here, because we're in the 5th round, you go to the scorecards, and whoever's ahead wins. Paul must have been ahead, or must be ahead, or Madrid must be ahead to actually win the fight.
They're going toe-to-toe right now. Both of them are scoring. It's the first flurry that I've seen that Madrid's actually kept his hands above the waist.
But to complement that, I mean, to complicate it, we are boxing under the jurisdiction tonight of the World Boxing Board, which has different rules. And the headbutt reciprocally...
Nave just lost a mouthpiece.
Okay. So the World Boxing Board, because this is their sanctioned fight tonight, takes precedence over the State Athletic Commission, and the headbutt recipient in this bout basically cannot lose. If he is ahead or if it is a draw, he wins. If he is behind, it's a technical draw. So I guess the issue would be, in this case, if this fight is stopped for any reason, who was the recipient and who gave the headbutt? Steve, just because someone is bleeding, does that mean that they were the ones that were the recipient of the headbutt?
Not necessarily. I
That's
mean,
right.
from what I've seen Nave connect with some good, crisp, clean punches that would have opened any cuts.
Oh, God, we have another low blow. What's going on?
Nave's covering up, fighting out of the corner. It's the end of the round.
There we go. End of round 5.
Let's take a look at some of the action. This is the knockdown. Nave steps on Madrid's foot and pushes him down.
I think that's an old street fighting tactic, isn't it, Steve? Where you step on someone's foot and give them a little shove, and they usually can't get their balance.
And let's take a look at what knocked Nave's mouthpiece out. Oh, it was just a short left jab that knocked his mouthpiece out. I don't see. Nave must have opened his mouth for a second, maybe to breathe. And Madrid just caught him. And there's another low blow by Madrid. And there's a good left by Madrid. Madrid finally got a good punch in after that low blow. That's one way to take a fighter down.
Steve, this is a shame to see this going to this extent with the slow blows. I don't know what's, you know, the refs are selected very carefully, and I know that it's the State Athletic Commission's as well as the referees' desire to protect the athletes. But everybody has a bad day, you know. The way, well, anyway, everybody has a bad day. And I think this ref is definitely off base tonight.
Well, Peter, maybe you and I have a better angle, and we can see things that the ref can't see.
I don't know. He looks pretty close to the action.
I just don't want to take anything away from the ref.
I don't know why not. Just yesterday I was talking to him and he said that you were a son of a gun. Now's your chance. Nice left.
Nice left by Nave. Nice combination. Nave seems to be working on that cut in the eye of Madrid.
Well, he must be doing that with the assumption that if anybody, either there's no headbutt or if there is one, that Madrid was the one who was the giver and he was the recipient of it.
I think Nave has accomplished his task, and Madrid is complaining of the headbutt.
We're going to have a doctor take a look at it.
This is a new headbutt or if this was the one from the earlier rounds.
They've stopped the fight. I mean, there's nothing else. This is either going to be a lose or a draw for Paul, even though he could be ahead on the cards, which I would have
To
thought.
another intentional, but the fighter who cannot continue cannot lose the bout. These are Penta rules, so this bout is a technical draw.
Well, Paul must have been ahead on the cards to get a draw. So Paul Nave remains tonight with 12 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw with 7 KOs. And Madrid remains with 19 wins, 8 losses, and 17 KOs. And no advancement for either. This must be a great disappointment for Paul because it looked like he was headed for his objective of getting a chance to move into the top 10.